Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Frick, and today I'd like to tell you about my new NVIDIA Shield and why I believe that it is easily the best media player slash game player that you can buy set-top box for your TV right now. So today is June 14th, 2015. The NVIDIA Shield Android TV has been out for a little over 2 weeks now, so I've had enough time to play with it a little bit, get to know it, and I'd just like to share my impressions and again why I feel it's the best set-top box you can buy right now. So there's been a lot of unboxing videos and everything, so I didn't bother doing one of those. This is the unit itself. As you can see, it is quite small. It was much smaller than I thought it would be. If you kind of look up on the next shelf here, you can see the Wii right there, and kind of how it compares to that. So very small unit. On the back you have your plug, your HDMI, Ethernet, two high-speed USB 3.0s, and a micro SD that you can use to add some data. Now this is the 16 gig model. It does come in a 500 gig as well. The 16 gig model, when I bought it, was $199 American. So it is a little bit pricier than some of the other set-top boxes, but hopefully by the end of this little quick review, you understand why and why it's worth it. So I've always kind of been looking for a really good media player for this is my upstairs TV living room. So I was looking for, different things that had a little bit of gaming capabilities, mostly media capabilities. What I was using before is I had a PS3 there, which was good for Netflix. Another thing I like to do is stream videos off of my computer downstairs. So anything I download, I can stream directly from my computer downstairs. That was a good feature to have on the PS3 as well. But that's kind of where it ended with that. I also had the Apple TV, which is pretty limited as well. Even with a jailbroken Apple TV 2, I found the features were really limited, and it wasn't a very quick device. It didn't have a lot of memory in it, so you were limited by those things as well. Most recently, I actually put it right on the back of my TV. I've been using a Raspberry Pi. This is actually a Raspberry Pi 2 unit, which has actually been really, really good. It's only a $35 computer, if you can believe that. So I have it hooked up by Ethernet. It has 4 USB ports in it, and it connects directly by HDMI as well. And as you can see, it's quite tiny, so I just actually Velcroed it to the back of the TV. So it's convenient that way. It's powered by USB as well, as if you could see that. So that's what I've been using for media, and it's actually been really good. It's a quad core, and it works really well. But again, I felt that it was missing some stuff, and this is definitely the way to go. So first thing I'll talk about is how compatible it just is with everything. Out of the box, it just works with everything you pretty much have. This is the controller that it comes with over here. And to be honest with you, I'm not overly pleased with it. It is a very good quality of controller, very well built. As you can see, it mimics most console controllers that are out today. It actually has an earphone jack in the top, which is nice if you want to listen to whatever you're playing on the Shield. You can plug a headphone jack or plug your headphones in directly to the top, and it works really good. But just the way it feels in the hand, it just it doesn't it just doesn't feel that great. It doesn't move that fluid. So actually what I'm using right now is a PS4 controller, and which is my favorite controller that's out right now. It's actually wired, as you can see, because as of the time I'm making this video, there is no Bluetooth driver for it, even though if you put the computer or put the controller into pairing mode, the NVIDIA Shield does actually pick it up and it will recognize it on screen. However, it doesn't complete the pairing process. So hopefully that's something that's fixed very soon. I have also tried an Xbox One controller wired, and it works good. And I've also tried a wireless Xbox 360 controller using the wireless PC adapter, and it works all right too. It doesn't work as good as it does when it's wired directly, but it still works. So it's very compatible with everything. Another thing that's cool, if your TV allows it, now this is just my regular remote that I got with my cable box. It actually works with that as well. So as you can see here, I'm just gonna move around the menu here using the remote that came with my cable box. And the way that that works is actually not through the remote going directly to the Shield, but it actually goes to the TV, and then the TV can control it through HDMI, which has been a feature with TVs for the last probably 3 or 4 years, I believe. So that's always convenient as well. So I don't have to dig out the controller, and it's also good if my wife wants to use it. She doesn't have to figure out the controller or anything. She can just use the remote that comes with the TV, and as you can see, it works pretty good. So yeah, it's really compatible with everything. It works really well. So let's get on to the media portion of what I wanted to show as far as what this can do in regards to media. So there's a few things I always look for when purchasing a media box. The first thing is Netflix. It must have Netflix capabilities. As you can see on the screen already, that is there. And on this device, it will stream Netflix in full 4K. So if your TV is capable of that, you're able to stream Netflix in 4K, which is really cool. Which I also believe that this is the cheapest 4K Netflix streamer that you can buy. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if that's true, but so yeah, an easy way to stream Netflix in 4K. One thing else that I feel is important is that it should have access to XBMC, which is the Xbox Media Center. It's now known today as Kodi, which we'll get into a little later. I'll show you what it can do. And like I said earlier, I like something that can play files off my computer downstairs. So files off a network, basically. So the first thing I'll show you actually is the Kodi feature. So Kodi is a fairly easy add-on you can get. It's just, you have to put it on a flash drive, the package file on a flash drive, which you can download directly from the Kodi site. And then when you put it in the back, you can just run it right off the File Explorer. So there's plenty of tutorials out there already on how to do that, so I won't go through that, but I will launch it and show you how it works. Now, what Kodi is like I mentioned, it's a media center. So it's a place for, where you can gather and put in different sources of media, and you can kind of access it all in one place. So I guess, I don't know if I actually have my media server turned on right now to show you. I'll see if it works. If not, I can turn it on later and we can show you how that works. I don't think I do though. We will see. Oh yeah, I do. So this is my media server downstairs on my regular computer, and I can just kind of access all the files on that, and you can kind of just scroll. I don't have too many movies actually, but if you want to just scroll and pick one, you just pick it, and it will play pretty much instantly, as you can see there. So that's, again, one of the features I really like to have. The program that I'm using on my computer downstairs is called Universal Media Server. So it just opens up your computer and all the files on it to allow different devices on the network to access them. So that's what it's doing there. Okay, so that's that. I'll go back here and go to the video add-ons. Now what Kodi allows you to do is it has hundreds and hundreds of add-ons in the different departments: video, music, programs, everything. So if I go to video add-ons, I've added a few already. And like I say, there's hundreds of these things. You can add them and use them for however you want. I've added a few on here. One of my favorites is an app or an add-on called Genesis. And Genesis, what it does is it basically scrapes the internet for anywhere where it can find the latest movies and TV shows. So I'll just show you how easy it is. You go to movies. You can go by there's a whole bunch of different categories on here. I usually just go to latest HD movies to see what they have. And here you can see all the movies are here. And there's some pretty new ones as of the date I record them. And it's really simple. So if I find a movie I want to watch, say Focus. I'm a big Will Smith fan. You just click on the video, and what it will do is it will find basically everywhere on the internet where this file is hosted for this movie. And once it finds it, it will bring up all those sources, and you know what? You just pick a source, and it will play. So there you go. And it plays almost instantly, and I'm playing in full high definition. And it's as easy as that. So that's an example of what Kodi can do with the proper add-ons. And again, this is just one of the many add-ons that Kodi has. And again, this is just called Genesis. It has movies, and if we go back, you can go to the TV shows. Where is it? Most popular. You can go to most popular, and it'll bring up the most popular TV shows at the time. And again, you just pick one, pick an episode. Game of Thrones, it's organized by season, so very organized, kind of like a Netflix in itself almost, except with pretty much everything. And again, that's just one add-on on Kodi. There's another one I like, Sports Devil, which you can watch some live sports, pay-per-views, things like that. And that's Kodi for you. So that's one of the features that you can add to the NVIDIA Shield. And this is easily by far the quickest and most fluid way that I've seen Kodi work. Out of all the devices I've used this on, I've used it on an Apple TV, I've used it on the Raspberry Pi, and it just moves much better on this device, and everything just loads a little bit quicker. So I'll exit that, I'll go back to the main screen. Now, one thing you can also do is you can add files to a USB stick, or you can plug an external hard drive directly into the Shield, and you can play files right off it that way as well. There's plenty of media players that you can download directly for the Shield itself, like VLC. Oh, I'm losing focus there. Like VLC, and you can play movies directly off that way too. You don't have to go through Kodi if you don't want to, but Kodi makes it a little easier. So that's the media side of things. And of course, one more thing is Netflix. Like I said, it's a very important feature to have on a media player. Of course, Netflix is huge now. And again, it does Netflix in full 4K. Okay, so I will get out of Netflix. Some people are actually, it was rumored that Netflix wouldn't be on the device when it was launched, but as soon as you do the very first update, the first time you plug it in, Netflix appears. So that's not an issue there. So next, besides the media aspect of things, this device is really a video game player. It's actually, in my opinion, and according to a few reviews I've watched already, it is a full-fledged console competitor. I'd like to show you why I believe it is, and you can see why as well. Now, first of all, this is Android TV, so it is capable of playing many Android games. So if you go to, say, the Google Play Store, which is built in as well, you can see that there's apps, games for the remotes, games for the gamepad, that are basically, for Android TV. If I go back again, there's also a section that NVIDIA puts on here. Download games. So these are Android games, but they're more to show off the graphical power of the NVIDIA Shield. And these are games that download directly to the internal storage of the Shield, or if you have a memory card, they can download to that as well. As you can see, there's some really good games coming soon. Borderlands, Metal Gear Solid, Half-Life 2, Resident Evil 5. So there's a lot of good games coming soon. And again, they're specifically for Android TV and the NVIDIA Shield. So if I launch one of those games, let's see here, Asphalt 8's a good one. So again, this is a Android game, and it works really well with the controllers, of course. Sorry, I only have one hand. I'm recording this with my cell phone. Just launch this really quick. Normally I would skip these parts of the video, but I kind of like to show you how it works in real time, loading and things like that. I'm not going to play a whole race, obviously, it'll take us too long, but you can kind of see the graphics are really good. And again, I'm using a PlayStation controller. It works incredibly well. All right, well, Rector. So it's a good time to end it there. So yeah, again, that's an Android game. So they download directly to the internal storage. Quit here. Okay, so that's one way you can game, is by downloading Android games. Another thing that's important to me on a game console is emulation. I'm a big fan of emulation, so this is one of the emulation apps. You can get a lot of different systems on the Shield already. There's some videos floating around on the internet of the Shield playing Dreamcast games, and they look phenomenal. They're running at full frame rate, almost full graphics, so they work really good. There's also some GameCube emulation on there. It looks like it's doing very well. Of course, all the classics, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, or Mega Drive, they all work well. So I'll show you Super Nintendo, which is my all-time favorite system. If we go to load game here, I have a lot of the ROMs here directly on the memory card that I have in the back. I have a 64 gig memory card, which is only, you know, not even a third full. So if I pick a game here, say Mega Man X1, it's going to load right up there for me. I don't know why the walls are turning yellow, but just the lighting off the TV, I guess. So yeah, so that's emulation. Works flawlessly. Again, I'm using a PS4 controller, which works really well with a Super Nintendo, obviously. Buttons are roughly the same. I'll just kind of show you how it works. I'm only using one hand, so I can't really jump or anything right now, but you can see that the frame rate is good. The graphics are cleared up a little bit, but yeah, works really well. So I'll quit that. So again, that's another thing the Shield will do, is emulation. How do I exit here? There we go. So that's another important aspect of gaming. Next up is the new system from NVIDIA. It's called NVIDIA Grid. And what the NVIDIA Grid is a, you know, quite a good selection of games that you can stream directly from the NVIDIA servers. So this isn't something that's new. PlayStation does this now with the PlayStation Now service. There was a thing way back that started this. I had the console as well. It was called OnLive, and basically what you're doing is you're not playing the games on the Shield itself, you're playing them on the servers of NVIDIA. So as you can see, quite a few games on there right now, and they promise to update that. I think this is a subscription-based service. I don't know how long it's going to go on for. I didn't sign up for anything with the Shield. It just sort of was there, and it doesn't mention how much time I have left. I don't know if there's a 30-day free trial or something. But yeah, it's on there when you start it up. And basically you just pick a game, and obviously the better your internet connection is, the better the game's going to look. But yeah, it launches right up. It doesn't actually take the whole time to go all the way across. I think it goes like halfway and then it's done. Sorry if my hand's a little shaky there. As you can see, it does take a little while. Usually it doesn't take this long, actually. I don't know if my internet's slow tonight or what, but... So yeah, you can see there. May as well show you a quick match to see, so you can see the frame rates and how they work. And again, we're not playing this game locally at all. It's completely on the servers of NVIDIA. And again, I'm using the PS4 controller, which is awesome for Street Fighter. I'm sure if you had the fight sticks, they would work too, actually. A lot of people prefer that.
Another international fighting tournament.
So we can skip this here.
Looks like SIN is behind this one.
Oh, come on now, focus for me. There we go.
We've got two supreme fighters lined up. This is gonna be one hell of a show.
The answer lies in the heart of the battle.
I don't know if you can really tell through the video since I'm recording a screen with a cell phone, but it is running at full 1080p and pretty much 60 frames per second, actually. I don't think I'm recording in 60 frames a second, so I don't think you can tell that. But yeah, it looks really good considering you're not actually playing the game locally. You're playing on the NVIDIA server, so you're playing completely over the internet. Alright, so we'll quit that. You can actually bring up the menu at any time over the game if you want, but I'll actually quit the game. Okay, so there's really only one thing left to show you. And this is honestly the reason I bought, or I was interested in the machine. And, whoops. I didn't pick main. What do you... it's the reason why I was interested in the machine to begin with. And it's a feature that not many people have demonstrated already on YouTube, so I thought I would give it a try. And that is the ability to stream PC games from your computer. So let me just quickly show you. I'm gonna run here, give you, sorry, we're going through my house. So I've run through the hall, go down the stairs to the man cave. It's gonna be super dark in here, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything. So this is my computer. Once it turns on here. So this is my gaming computer. And so if you're a PC gamer and if you want to play your games in another room, this is the way to do it. So the way that it works is, I'm going to bring up, you have a program on your computer called NVIDIA GeForce Experience, and it's a program that runs with your graphics cards. It's mainly a program to make sure that your graphic card drivers are up to date and everything like that. But what it does is it syncs with your Shield devices. Now this isn't the first Shield device. There's a Shield handheld device that this works with, and there's a Shield tablet that this works with as well. But I wanted something specifically for my upstairs TV so I could play my games upstairs and not have to come down here all the time. So in NVIDIA Shield, or in the GeForce Experience, one of the things that this program does is it actually optimizes all the settings for all of your games, all your PC games. As you can see, I have quite a few. and it optimizes the graphical settings for each of these games so that they run the best on the machine that you have, given what you have. Now, the graphics card that I have is a NVIDIA. It's a Gigabyte brand GTX 980. So it is one of the upper end cards. You need at least, I believe, an NVIDIA GTX 670 to perform this feature, the game streaming. But it's a great feature to have. So before I show you, if your games are detected, they are automatically able to game stream. And a really cool thing that they did was they allow you to add other programs that may not be officially compatible. You can basically add any game you might have on your computer, any exe, to the list, and it will try its hardest to stream it. So you're not just limited by, if you go to the NVIDIA website, it'll actually give you the list of compatible games, but you can actually add other games too that it will do. So that's the GeForce Experience. So that's on my computer downstairs. So let's go back upstairs and we'll see how it works. Sorry for the shaky camera. Get a nice little tour of my house, I guess. Okay, so these are all the games that were on my computer downstairs. The ones that I added myself, I had to add the box art just from that I got from Google Images, so that's why some of them have a PS4 cover, but really they're PC games. So yeah, so all the games show up that are on my computer downstairs, and basically you just pick one. So I'll pick Grand Theft Auto, for example. It's a popular game nowadays, and it's launching from my computer downstairs. And I'll show you how it runs, and I'll kind of leave the video rolling, and you can see in real time how it works. Now, Grand Theft Auto is a game that takes a while to load anyway. I honestly don't find that it takes any longer through game streaming. This is how long the game takes to load on my computer downstairs. Again, Grand Theft Auto is a huge, huge game, so it takes a little bit of time anyway. But honestly, this whole feature works much better than I expected it would. Not only is the frame rate on par and the graphics on par, but the speed at which everything moves and the way that the controls work, it's as if my computer was hooked up directly to this TV, honestly. And again, one of the reasons I investigated the NVIDIA Shield Android TV was because of this feature. As you could see there, it's quite a walk from upstairs to downstairs to run a HDMI cable all that way from my computer would be quite a pain. So yeah, here it is. So I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, full settings on my computer downstairs. I'm playing on my TV upstairs over my internet connection. And again, I'm not recording in 60 frames per second, so you can't really tell completely the frame rates I'm getting, but it's working fantastic. And I can't drive with one hand, I don't think. And I'll tell you, Grand Theft Auto on the PC is just incredible. It's easily the best version. And I'm trying to drive with one hand here, so stuff. But yeah, it's working flawlessly on my end. Again, the graphics are full, frame rate is perfect, and I'm streaming over the internet. So I'll bring you back to this game stream screen. Oops. So there you have it. And again, this machine has only been out a couple weeks, and that's, you know, just a touch of what it can do. Those are the main features. Of course, new Android games come out every day. Of course, it has YouTube. I didn't mention that when I was covering media, but that's a pretty standard thing. It kind of gives you some, every day it gives you some new videos that you can watch. Yeah, so that's it. And with the versatility of Android, you can do quite a bit. Another feature that it has built into it that I didn't cover as far as media goes is it has Google Cast also built right into it. So I can cast anything from my phone or my Android tablet directly to the TV. So if you want to show off some pictures to your friends, or if you're watching something on Netflix on your tablet and you want to switch it to the big screen, it's absolutely no problem. So that's my review. Sorry it was long, but I kind of wanted to cover all the important things that this device does. Again, it's $199.99 US. I'm in Canada actually. I'm a Canadian, so I had to go across the border to get it because it's not in any of the retailers around here. But I knew it was something that I was interested in, and it works much better than I anticipated. And I believe, as of right now, June 14th, 2015, it is easily the best set-top box you can buy. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them below. Other than that, have a good night.